Grace, what's the matter? You want to see my mom? This is my little baby man, Jackson. I found him on Craigslist. He's been through a journey with me. I had him for 2 months. I went in the hospital for back surgery that was supposed to be for 2 days, and it ended up being 5 weeks. I had kind of a drinking problem. I hadn't had a drink for a long time and started drinking, and I started gambling. So eventually I was spending my rent and whatever I could find, it would all go on at the casino. I was facing homelessness, and it was a very dark time in my life. Rising Cedar and Touchstone have been very, very, very good to me. Just a very supportive family here.
We look at mental health stability as something that's very housing first. So a lot of times our first goal with our client is to set up and find them stable housing. And kind of from there, they can have safety and the feeling of safety that's necessary then for their mental health recovery.
I was staying at the Salvation Army, staying at the hospital under bridges and going couch to couch, just living just the homeless life. It was trying, but I got up on my bootstraps and made it. And the goals that I set for myself got me to this point. I've still got far to go, but I'm not where I used to be.
I describe Touchstone as kind of a whole encompassing thing. We have different programs for case management, for housing, for somebody who's having a mental health crisis, assisted living. We really do everything.
So what we do within the Housing Innovation programs is really address those barriers and help advocate for our clients. So a lot of times we're building goals, building care plans, building just like plans for how we can approach this. So we get to know our client one-on-one first. We get to know their actual barriers. How are they doing financially? Do they need help with furniture? Do they need help just accessing listings? Or what kind of housing do they actually need? We do something called ILS, which is Independent Living Skills, which we have staff meeting with clients multiple hours a week to help them kind of learn and then maintain the skills of living independently. We also have something called Customized Living, which is really unique to Touchstone. We can provide nursing weekly, so we have a nurse who goes into people's houses, go into people's apartments to talk about their physical health, talk about their mental health, how those are impacting each other. We also have socialization events. So our programs, at least once a week, do a social activity. And then the last service we provide through Housing Innovation is a 24-hour crisis line.
They didn't leave me alone, even when I wanted to be left alone. They saw me in situations. They was on the outside looking in when I was on the inside looking out. It was telling me things that I needed to do in a very good way. Not telling me what to do, but advocating, working with my mental health.
They've been such a help. Take you out of your shell, open you up like a flower opening up. They call me the social butterfly, and I wasn't that when I came here, by a long shot.
Touchstone is definitely making a difference every day for people. Somebody who has hit a crisis, we can help them find a crisis bed. Somebody who's lost housing, we can help them find something safe, something secure for the time being. And then we've also built a lot of good relationships in the community in the past. We really team up, and we have a unique relationship with a lot of different landlords, with public housing, with a lot of the other more income-based housing partners. We really have to partner up with people and create those relationships. We're also unique in the sense that we're really holistic, and we view each individual as, we look at all of their needs at once and see, well, what can we have be met for stability in the long run?
I was codependent. I was stripped of my self-esteem. I didn't know who I was until got these tools to work with through Touchstone.
I won't ever, ever, ever forget Rising Cedar, ever, because I don't know what I would have done without it.